it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. That's including the ice wall, baby. The name is Law Nation. Come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on. One day at a time, one movement at a time. Cowboys training camp. Trey Lance notes plus defensive variations for the nation, baby. Come on. We'll try to give you guys all of the information, the updates. Come on. Yo. They really say ain't no party like a Cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove? From my studios to yours, even on the hotel law. Appreciate you. To the hip, to the hop, we don't stop, baby. And check us out on TikTok, baby.
What more do you want from me?
Come on with it. All right. Happy Friday to you. And you. 5. Give me a 1 in the chat. 4. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. 3. 2. Okay. All right. And 1. All right. Come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Shout out to Prize Picks, one of the sponsors for this episode. Appreciate each and every last one of you all. Come on, sharing is caring. Get him, BB. Oh, no, TJ. Get him, TJ. Come on. Now get him, 73. Hey, and there's Mozzie. Come on. Y'all want to see that play again? Come on with it. Drops back. There's a hole in the bucket. Dear Elijah. Come on with it. All right. Come on down. What's good with you, Rail? Appreciate you. And put SC in the chat. Put SC in the chat. Shout out to Stephen Carroll, man. I appreciate you so much for your support. I really do, man. Stephen Carroll, appreciate you, man. I got your Cash App, man, and I really thank you so much for your support. And many others, man, that's out here helping me out. Salute to Brende. Thank you so much. We went and got some food right after practice, man, and that was great. Appreciate her. And shout out to everybody. Shout out to Craven Cowboy. She was out there at the Oxnard event right with us. And shout out to West Coast Cowboys, as well as Soup Man. You know, it was great, man, being able to hang out with you all and being in the mix with everybody and just talking about the Cowboys in general and going over things from A to Z. That's a really great thing to do. But we got some notes and news to talk about. First and foremost, Deuce Vaughn, he pulled his hammy, so he didn't participate really in practice today. Michael Parsons got banged up on a few things, but he was out there periodically. And Tyler Guyton, he's dealing with some type of sickness. You guys can fill me in on the kind of caliber of sickness he's going through. So I appreciate everybody, man. First and foremost, if we're talking about quarterbacks in general, let's talk about this space. And this is not, hey, one should be starting versus the other. This is just casual conversation as it relates to quarterback, right? Cooper Rush still looked good out there. Trey Lance had a few good passes, whereas now you're saying, okay, we know he got zip on the ball. We know he can elude. We know he can escape and get to the outside, right? So my thing is, in order for Trey to get in front of the other spot, he have to have consistency. It's okay to go out there and hit a jump shot here and there, right? But can you be consistent with it? It's okay to do a video. You've seen people all the time, content creators. It's okay to do a video to get 10,000 views, 15,000 views, 20,000 views, 100,000, 180,000. But can you be consistent with that, right? Can you consistently do a number, right? And that's how everything works out, even in the quarterback space. Can you consistently hit your receivers downfield? Can you take the underneath? Can you not force it in between two spots that the ball don't belong at? And can you do those type of things? And that is what this particular team is looking for out of the quarterback department. Dak Prescott been a master of preseason game. He's been a master of regular season game. He's been in the postseason as relates to the complete team. We haven't did anything that can give us a round of applause, right? And there's been a guy that got a gold jacket that wears worn number 8 for the Cowboys. He speaks glowingly of Dak Prescott and those particular factors. And I don't think, and I can stand tall and say this, I definitely don't think that anybody that's in this chat today will be more qualified than Troy Aikman. If you are, let me know. But I will say this again until I'm Cowboys blue in the face. I don't think that the people that's in this chat today will be more qualified than Troy Aikman. Let me know if you are, and I'll just bring you on the show, and then you'll make us all super wealthy over here, and we'll just keep things moving from there, okay? So let's listen to Troy, because I want to give you guys his thoughts, and then we'll touch upon what we were able to see on the practice today. But I'm gonna scoop all the way down, and we're gonna listen. So Linda, listen, baby, listen.
You know, another guy that probably doesn't get talked about in that same light because he hasn't had the same success in the postseason.
Hold on. Are you guys, the beautiful people that's listening, are you guys eligible or able to hear this audio before I go too far down the rabbit hole? And that rabbit hole can get deep. Are you guys eligible to hear what he is saying? Give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear the audio. Yes. Yeah, you may be qualified, but I'm saying more. You know, yeah.
Is a guy who I'm very fond of right here in Dallas, and that's Dak Prescott. You know, what I respect so much about Dak, one is he's a great leader. He's a great person. But he's an old school guy in that he doesn't care about anything but winning. And it frustrates him beyond imagination that they haven't had more success in the postseason. And it's the only thing that's keeping him from really being mentioned with Pat Mahomes and some of the other greats.
I would love to see, you know, how Dak responds to everything that is said about him. If he is only determined and driven by winning whenever they lose, because it gets so loud. So loud. And it's always like, you know, Stephen A, obviously, and the Dallas Cowboys fans have the relation that he has. And he's had, you know, the highest rated television show in sports for like the last 11 years. One of his big angles, one of his actual, like one of his things is like, Dak's going to blow it. Dak's going to blow it. So
and the thing is, the Stephen A. Smith angle is he could have said the same thing for the 49ers, and he would have been right for 30 years. Just wait. Just wait when they get to the Super Bowl. If they make it there, they won't win. And he would have been right since 1994. Let me know if I'm wrong. Can anybody out-debate me on that? He would have been right since 1994. They will fold like wallets. They will fold like cheap tents. It is easier. You can literally look at multitudes of teams and say, hey, just wait. Just wait. It's going to happen. Those type of analysis, man, is what a third of some of the Cowboy fan base have adopted, right? It's like me being in Texas, going back to Texas, and saying, it's going to rain one day. It's going to rain. Just wait. It may be hot right now, but if you just wait, it's going to rain. And then lo and behold, when it rained, see, I told you it's going to rain. I'm right. So that loosely, because if I know for sure, man, if I sit Stephen A. down and say, "What's quarters defense, bro? What's really included in the aspect of a nickel corner? What is his coverage ability? What should a quarterback do when you're reading against two high safeties? Or what should a running back do? What is A gap? What is double A gap, Stephen A. Smith? What's lower thirds? What's deeper thirds? Stephen A. Smith, what's hook to flat, right? He won't be able to regurgitate those things, right, without someone in his ear. But just wait. Just wait. It's going to happen. Shout out to you, Brandy. Thank you so much for your support. Here we go right here. Brandy says, "Thanks, Law, for all that you do. It was great hanging with you. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you so much."
Spartans, prepare for glory.
Another guy that probably doesn't get talked school guy in that he doesn't care about anything but winning. And it frustrates him beyond imagination that they haven't had more success in the postseason. And it's the only thing that's keeping him from really being mentioned with Pat Mahomes and some of the other greats.
I would love to see, how Dak responds to everything that is said about him. If he is only determined and driven by winning whenever they lose, because it gets so loud. So loud. And it's always like, Stephen A. obviously and the Dallas Cowboys fans have the relation that he has, and he's had, the highest rated television show in sports for like the last 11 years. One of his big angles, one of his actual, one of his things is like, Dak's going to blow it. Dak's going to blow it. So Dak works his ass off, just driven by winning only, and all he hears all year is he's going to blow it. Think about the amount of fuck you Dak has to have for everybody. And then for it not to work out again and again. What if he breaks through, huh? What if Dak Prescott breaks through? Feels like it's a lame duck year down there, though, doesn't it? Hey.
Well, it does.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. So here's our goodness and our graces from some people, and most people, they can see it. And that do speak volumes of the reason why people are not going to these particular functions like the training camp. We'll see whether or not it's going to transfer over to Dallas, though. Right? I think that Dallas itself, when you have people that's here's the thing. You may have lack of participation from Oxnard, because that's really, what it is. Lack of participation for fans from Oxnard, right? But when you got a football game, those seats are going to be sold. Meaning that our first home game, if Cowboy fans say, "Hey, man, we won't show up," it's going to hurt the bottom line. We are not going to participate in the Joneses because we are mad at what happened with Green Bay. We are mad that the Cowboys are not bringing in free agency. We are mad that the Cowboys don't make moves. They don't pay their own players. I bet you my bottom dollar, and shout out to Stephen Carroll, because there's going to be a lot of Stephen Carroll dollars in there. I bet you that stadium was going to be filled with New Orleans Saints fans. Shoot, they're gonna say, "Oh shoot, Cowboys don't want to go." I'll be there. Oh, when we play the Ravens, if the Cowboy fans don't show up, they done made this thing as if though that the other teams will show up in droves. They will show up. They will get those tickets, and it won't be an empty seat in Dallas. There will still be 90 to 100,000 folks there. So the butt's going to be in seats. That's just how it is, unfortunately. But let's listen to what he said.
If he breaks through this year, I mean, I do believe he's going to be the first quarterback to $60 million. And
from Jerry or somewhere else?
Well, that's the question. And the longer this goes, the more I think he will be playing somewhere else. I just if it continues to drag on and he plays great, and then the Cowboys come in late to say, hey, now we want to pay you. I don't know. I don't know where his head will be at that point. But so when you look at the numbers, if you didn't have the names and you just looked at stats, and again, I go back to, I don't care about stats. I just want to see wins, but wins included, you would put Dak Prescott's numbers over the last couple of years along with Patrick Mahomes's. But it's what's happened in the postseason that has separated those two. And so that's where the whole organization has to be better. This isn't just on Dak Prescott. This goes back for the last 25, 30 years that the Cowboys just have failed to play their best football when the games have mattered most in January.
And everything that Troy is saying is right. Fail when it plays matters the most, right? And Troy was pissed when the Cowboys lost to Green Bay last year because he made special concessions to get back for the next game. He stayed. He said, like, hey, I'm going to make sure that I know the Cowboys will beat Green Bay, right? He had in his heart that the Cowboys were going to beat Green Bay, and he made special movements, man, for that to happen as far as the next game, and boom, the Cowboys folded like a wallet in a lawn chair. But what he stated is that, hey, this is not an individual problem. This is from, you can say, from upstairs and coaching, right? And who empowers coaching? Oh, okay, the guys upstairs. Fish rots from the head down. So how do you get beyond this? Well, I would say this. I can't recall a game in the postseason that we only relied on 8 to win us the game, right? I looked at it like this. We looked back at it and said, 22. Can he do something for us? 88, can he keep us straight? Oh, as well as the defense were very dominant in the postseason when we were able to win, and there are names that we can go back at and call and say, okay, all right, yeah, these were the reasons why we are able to win. And the quarterback just don't wreck the Ferrari. And that's just how it was. I think we had more disciplinary and coaching put into this particular situation. So that's why it's so important that when we hear even these type of things coming out of coach's mouth, we are respected of, okay, there could be more of this type of things. For example, let's listen to Mike Zim, and shout out to my guy Jay Tuck. He's the one that kind of crafted and cut this up. And he says, nah, forget that. Troy Aikman, Cowboys, great. Just agreed that it feels like a lame duck season. Now, put a duck in the chat or a D in the chat if it is a lame duck season, because I do feel it myself as well. Whereas it's Super Bowl or bust for Mike McCarthy. It's Super Bowl. Put duck in the chat if you think that it is a lame duck season. And I would tell you that it is. Put D in the chat, if you want to put D-U-C-K. So put D in the chat if you feel as if, though, this is a lame duck season for the coach. Brian Schottenheimer, I was listening to him speak. His contract expires at the end of the year, right? Everybody, look, the Jones family is operating as if Jerry received a message saying that you only got until, what was the end of the year? Football season end what day? February to what? February the 3rd or 4th or something like that. February the 11th. Right. So he acting as if, though, the doctors told Jerry, hey, man, you will expire on February the 14th. I'm just going to use that date of 2025. He got nobody signed until 2025, right? Nobody, baby. Like, he got literally everything is on the line. None of these coaches, I meant to say, contract exceeds 2025, I believe. So what is he on, man? Like, come on.
What more do you want from me?
Like, I don't understand that, Like, nobody? Not even the guy you brought in? Come on, man. Nobody, baby. So, with that being said, let's listen to Mike Zim, and we'll see how these boys will respond. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. Give me 1 second here while I straighten up the house a little bit. Appreciate you. And shout out to you again. Zach Luna says Jerry is going to be the coach and the QB in 2025. Zach, you on the money right there. It seems as if, though, that's the game plan. That's the game plan for him to do all of that, you know. But let's go to it. Let's get to Coach.
Mozzie, what have you seen? So much talk about Mozzie.
I'm so glad you asked, because if no one asked about that, I was going to mention it today.
Okay.
So there you go.
So much talk about Mozzie and what he means. Can you talk about what you see from him and the expectations?
Well, I'm gonna tell you. I believe, regardless of what I hear on the outside, what we're asking him to do, he's doing a really good job. You know, you may not see him make flash plays, but we see him taking on double teams, getting his hands in the right place. I see him, understanding where he's supposed to be. You know, he's not going to be a speed rusher by any stretch. You know, he's going to have to be a power rusher and push the pocket. But as far as the run game, what I've seen so far, I've been impressed with him. He's doing a really good job. Now he's got to keep it up. But I've enjoyed what I've seen with him, along with the rest of the defensive line.
Mozzie, what have you seen? So much talk about Mozzie.
I'm so glad you asked, because
that's Coach Mike Zim expounding on the Mozzie thing. Here's my thoughts of it. So many people don't have a realistic expectation on what defensive tackle's supposed to do. And their eyes are not in tune to what football really is, especially as it relates to defensive tackles. Those guys normally don't do splashes. They don't give you 10 to 15 sacks a season. They supposed to get interior pressure by pushing either the center back, the guard, because sometimes they combo them, and their job is to occupy two. There are 5 down offensive linemen. 7 guys must be on the LOS on the offense. And 9 times out of 10, either you're going to have 3 down defensive linemen, or you're going to have 4 defensive linemen or tackles, defensive guys in general, that's on their front. So what I'm telling y'all is that when you think of it, if Mozzie can gobble up 2, pause if necessary, if he can just gobble up 2 and allow Parsons or Law or MK or even, my guy Eric Kendricks, who's dealing with a back injury, if he allowed those guys to hit field and get up there, that is what we're looking for. That is what we need, right? And I get it, like my guy Action Powell was saying, hey, new age guys, all they think about is sacks, right? Sacks. And I get that, But it's more so of when we drafted Mozzie, he's supposed to be able to free up spaces and lanes so that other guys can eat. I would be happy if Mozzie can average us 1 to 2 sacks a season. If you guys do your homework, Vince Wilfork, who was a dominant interior guy, averaged 1 to 2 sacks a season. Let me repeat, 1 to 2 sacks a season. His highest in one season probably was like 2.5 or something like that. I'm not saying that Mozzie is Vince Wilfork, but I would love for him to be Vince. You know what I mean? Boy. Echoes, appreciate you. He says, or she says, let me know. Everybody want Mozzie to be Aaron Donald. Second issue, Aaron was a pass rusher and Mozzie is a nose tackle. Aaron was a unicorn. And Aaron, if he played in this particular style of defense, he would be more of a 3-tech versus a 1-tech, right? His defense was different. And Aaron Donald, like you said, is a unicorn, right? Our version of Aaron would be Osa, and it's kind of like, you know, that's not comparing apples to apples there. And I get what you're saying. Yeah. And I appreciate you for your $4.99 for your mind. I really do. So if y'all look at all of these highlights and these clips on the first series here, I just want to give credit to the beat writers who were eligible to get these clips out, and I appreciate them. Good friends of the show and everything. Give me one second here. Give me 1 second.
Hey. Oh, you got John Stevens. That's a good one. Hey.
Here we go. Go, 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 run. Here we go. Wait,
All right, so let me turn that part down. So the first, I want to give a shout out to Calvin Watkins for the credit of this video, as well as Patrick Nosey Walker, John Machota, and Nick Harris. Those are the guys that these clips come from. Those are the guys that we get these clips from. And in these clips, we got Tyler Smith versus Mozzie. We got TJ Bass versus Junior Fihoko. We got MK versus Awesome. We got Cooper BB, a snap to a plus a pass pro. And we got a Turpin's touchdown. Shout out to Turpin. Got a chance to talk to him. Be sure to check out my page. We're going to have that video up in a few. Cooper BB and Nate Thomas, they did part of the Red Sea for Malik Davis to cut through. Mozzie Smith got stopped by yours truly. You already know who stopped Mozzie. Put his name in the chat if you're watching this video. Brandon Cooks with a nice grab. Micah Parsons, he's able to come down and field on the play, and then he was pulled to the sideline. Micah Parsons been doing crazy things. And then Lance to Tolbert. Those are all of the clips right here that we have, and we will have more and more. Coach Marv with the super chat. Law having no one sign Law having no one sign will cost teams more money next year to sign everything, but having no one sign will clear their books on cash liabilities, which is capitalized, and that's a really strange move. So let me pull this up so everybody can see. So shout out to you for your support, Coach Marv. You know.
What more do you want from me?
That's Coach Marv. That's Coach Marv on the signing. Like, we talked about this until we kind of like Cowboys blue in the face, that signing folks will clear up a few things because you can take money and prorate it and push it down the line. But at the same time, like he was saying, with liabilities, books on the cash liabilities, that's really strange, because what most teams or some of the good teams or better teams do, they take their cash and they put those into bonuses, right? And then with their bonuses, they can free up a thing, because it can also counts as they can apply this towards the cap You don't have that longitude and latitude if you don't spend the cash first, right? Because they're going to say, well, okay, the Cowboys got $12 million in. I'm just using this for example. The Cowboys got $12 million in cap space, right? What they can do, they can sign said players with that $12 million. But if they had cash flow or cash with those particular signings, they can say, okay, I'm finna sign Law Nation for out of the $12 million, I'm signing him $1 million, but I'm gonna give him a $4 million cash, payment, and this is cash bonus. So it's only gonna count $1 million against the cap, but I'm under a $3 million. I'm on a 3-year deal, right? And then what you would see is what most teams do after that 1 year didn't hit. They would take the $4 million and they're prorated, or they would take this and they would move that there. And the only guarantees out of it would be probably $1 million, right? So if Law go out there, or the only guarantees out of it could be the $500,000 or $600,000 or $1 million, give or take. So although I sign a 4-year deal, there's $4 million. 4-year deal, $5 million. 4 out of the $5 million is cash, but there's only $1 million count against the book. And I twist my knee, and they will send me $1 million for injury settlement, and I'm cut, or they just waive me and eat the $1 million, and that was the only that was guaranteed, right? And they still have money left. So I think that the Cowboys have issues with those type of deals, and I try to use smaller numbers. But hell, I'll be happy with that deal. Won't y'all be happy? Shoot, give me that. I'll be happy with that damn deal. Be on the practice squad all day. Yeah, look, practice squad Law. I'll be on the practice squad. You get fully guaranteed Law. Yeah. What happened to Law? Man, he tripped over his beard. Yeah. But that is how that works, and that's what Coach Marv is saying. Like, the wise choice would be sign these guys, extend these guys. But when you don't have the cash, you can't offer those guys that. So you can't offer them the fluff money and then insert because this is the hardest thing that most players don't turn down. They don't turn down that bonus or the signing bonus, right? It's hard for them to turn down $40 million or $10, $15 million now. Yeah, they're like, hey, they go back to their agent saying, hey, the Cowboys ready to give me $15 million now. Yeah, the signing bonus. But you notice the Cowboys don't offer that because they don't have the cash, is what Coach Marv is saying. So y'all look back at some of those other deals that other teams are doing. Yeah. Signing bonus $80 million, signing bonus $50 million, yeah. and most players will take the money now. They would take the cash money now. Of course, they all want guarantees, but then they want the APY just so it can look good. Yeah. I want the 35 so it can look good, right? I want the 32, but give me the guarantee. That's what really look good. You know what look good for my guy, Michael Gallup? The guarantees money, Shoot, guaranteed money, man. Shoot. No, unknown. Yeah. So, and that's what the Cowboys been dragging their feet with, is the guarantees. Made in America, they got 12 times the payout boost, man, with Prize Picks. When you download Prize Picks, use the beautiful promo code LAW, and you could be made in America with 12 times the payout. And then you just hit that button, you opt in, and then you can flex on them. It's Friday. Win or use your cash, right? We talking about cash. And they can back it up to $20. Keep this in mind. When you download Prize Picks and you use promo code LAW, they will match your deposit up to $100. Here's the other thing. Here's the other play at this. Prize Picks reached out to me and said, Law, you're doing a great job. You get a lot of people to sign up, but nobody absolutely play. So I'm encouraging you guys to play. We're going to come up. I'm going to come up independently with a deal that if you guys show me that you played Prize Picks, we're going to put you in the mix, man, for something, man. I'm just got to come up with something, though. And I'm thinking, and they got Gobbies in Paris, too. They still got that thing going for go for the gold. So they got all of that, man. I appreciate y'all so much, man, with Prize Picks and y'all helping us out. Let's continue to grind and shine, baby. So use promo code LAW, man. Don't use Short Dog, though. Shout out to you, Short Dog. All right, so here's my other thoughts of what's all going on with the Dallas Cowboys out here in the sunny California in Oxnard. The variations of defenses. Zim is doing a great job of not showing you the same looks twice. And even when you think you are seeing the same look, even though, the Cowboys were able to move the ball on them the other day, what I'm seeing is a seesaw approach. One day the defense will be leading. The next day the offense will be leading. One day the defense will be leading. The next day the offense got them again. So at some point, something got to give, right? Something got to go. And what we're seeing here is when we got a chance to talk to Malik Hooker, shout out to West Coast, we were all down there, and we got a chance to talk to Malik Hooker. He was saying that, hey, the multiples, the different variation that we like seeing from Zim is a whole lot different. When you see what Keelan Carson is able to do, he's able to play press on certain down and out distances, and then he's able to also get off ball and be 7 yards off because Al Harris is allowing him to have some of those flexibilities, whether he play press or off, and it's all fed through. I can't talk today with the linebackers. Let's listen to this. Somehow the audio didn't go through. Bear with me while I go figure this out. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Oh, you got John Stevens. Oh. That's a good one.
Here we go. Go, 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 run. Here we go. Wait, dead.
Yeah, I was trying to feed in another audio source about this interview, but I can't get it through. So we'll pivot like the podcast. And we went over that. We talked about, you know what? I'm going to talk about this right quick, and I know this is off topic. But did you guys get a chance to see this top 32 quarterback in Madden? They gave Lamar Jackson 98. I get it. He won the MVP or what have you. And then they gave Pat Mahomes a Heat deservings of 99, Joe Burrows 93, Josh Allen 92, Dak 90. I get all of that, right? But what makes him 98 though? First 98. What makes that brother 98? Look, y'all tell me what makes him 98. It's crazy. Aaron Rodgers 83. Wow. Look how the mighty has fallen, right? And Stafford 83. So it's crazy. Goff 82. CJ 81. So this little list, man, crazy. And then my guy hit me up and said, look, Law, did you see this right here? Chief Kingdom dominating the top 10, but Pat Mahomes coming number 4. Like, who the 3 other guys that's in front of him? I just need to figure that out. Who are the 3 other guys that's in front of him? He was born in 1998. Yeah. But who are the three other guys that's in front? Like my guy says, Trey says this discredit the entire 100 list. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's flat out crazy. And then of course all of the Eagles fans. Nearly 50,000 people showed up to their practices. Here's my biggest takeaway. Let me see if I can blow this one up and make it bigger. Bear with me, y'all. And pause if necessary, all of that other stuff, right? So y'all can really see this. Give me 1 second. Because I truly believe that, and I'm not saying that they are the best fan base in the world or what have you, but I truly believe that their morale every year, look, Eagle fans always been like that, even when they didn't have the ring in 2017. I'm old enough to remember Eagle fans, this is how they act, right? Jackson was number 2. Who? Yeah, who was number 1? Who was number 1 player that's voted by everybody? Who's number 1? I guarantee you we got about 180 folks to show up at Cowboys camp. No, we got about 1,000, give or take. And, I think that they're still holding their camps at their home state too, though. So that's the difference of impressions and numbers and stuff like that. I'm quite sure there are more Cowboy fans in Dallas than there are in Oxnard, right? But everywhere, look, when I wear this around everywhere, I'm not getting warmed embraced. This when you wearing Cowboy stuff in Oxnard, they laughing at us. This is like a goofy sign, There are literally, what my guy Goofy? I think I got Goofy on this soundboard. This is literally when I walk around with. Man, we a laughing stock, man. Yeah, we laughing stock over here, man. Let me see if I don't know if that music copyrighted, but nearly 50,000 fans for public practice, not a game, practice, dog, and we can't get a few people to show up to a free event over here in Dallas. Over here in Oxnard. Yeah. Yeah, so but didn't they get blown out? Didn't the Bucks blew them out? Y'all help me out. Did the Bucks blew them out? Shouldn't they be angry? Shouldn't they be mad? I wonder where their VIP section at. I wonder where it's $400 just to get a signature or $300 just to get a signature. I wonder how much it is to park there. Is it $20 to $25? And they only put up 9 points. Shouldn't they be angry and upset? Or all of those people there because of Saquon Barkley came to the Eagles? Yeah. They are at home. That's the reason why. Okay. But that's what you supposed look, there's not an Eagle fan right now that don't think that they are better than the Cowboys. Right? Every Eagle fan you see, they say, our team is better. We won a Super Bowl in 2017. Look what happened since 2000. They say the same thing, right? And it feels as if, though, I'm the only one fighting. Yeah, Sadiq says, Law, they are at home, though. So, and newsflash, Jerry took the bag over the fans. From what I was told, and it could be off, and I hope I'm wrong, that they're not going to have open practice back in Frisco. They're going to keep everything in Oxnard. Yeah. They're going to keep everything in Oxnard. So it's crazy. So they're not even like my thing is, and this is just me wrapping up the show, y'all. So if you guys want to dip out, you can. But my thing is, if and happy Friday to all of you guys. It's still daylight where I'm at. It's still daylight. My thing is, Cowboys, they're going to have to revamp some things. They're going to have to look at a few things. And they're going to have to get a few things going. It says, Law, did you go to Oxnard in 2020? I think I did during the COVID thing. I don't think they did have the Oxnard thing in 2020. I can't remember. Yeah. Yeah. But I've been about 4 or 5 times now. All right. But we'll see how that morale pushes those boys. Appreciate everybody, man. Yeah. I'm going to get on up out of here. I'm going to get on up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. But before we go, I'm going to let y'all know I'm still working for y'all. I got some 4K footages. It's going to look real nice, and it's downloading. The whole goal of it is to give you some objective analysis, right? Good or bad. It won't be just highlight cut-ups. It'll be just a real raw cut-up. So that my guy Matt Cohen Matt, and Rico Jones, and Sadiq can feel as if though you guys are here in Oxnard with me. I get it. Not everyone is eligible to be here. Right? But that's why I'm here. So that you can be here. And I love you too. Common sense. I love all of you guys. To the moon and back. If you cut me, I bleed silver and blue. Just like all of you guys that's true with me right now. Right? So the grind is necessary. The time is now. I hate the fact that I can see other teams move on from their misery, move on from their pitfalls, shake off all of their doubts, and go into the season with hope and inspirations and love for their particular team. Right? But we have to go into this season angry with each other, with extreme doubt with each other, with this guy's better than that guy. Right? Oh, we can't stand Ezekiel Elliott. Oh man, Dak Prescott can't hit water if he fell off a boat. Oh my goodness. Mike Zim, he's too old. Mike McCarthy, he's too dumbfounded. Yeah, he's lethargic with his speech. Right? I hate the fact that we are not a unit that's all together. You say we supposed to be like a knot tied on a rope. And when the opposing forces are pulling on that particular rope, we supposed to get tighter. We supposed to get stronger. We don't supposed to be loosely. But verily, verily, I say to you all, we are at odds with each other. And I can't stand it. We are so much at odds with each other that if you look at Michael Parsons, the countenance on his face is down. Because not only the outside noise is saying that he's not great, he's not good, but there's trouble from within the confines of our own fan base that is willing to rip him apart and tear him down. He got nowhere to go. On the outside, they hate him. On the inside, they hate him. That's a crazy thing. So the zombies is doing their jobs. Yeah. And that's crazy. That's not good. Where will he be loved? Where will he be respected when he can't get it from his own home? That's crazy. And that's a third of all of our players. There's nobody that roots for this team from sun up to sundown for the players that put in sweat, blood, and tears. All it's about is me. Can you give me a ring? Can you win me multiple playoff games? But damn it, can you push that player? Can you motivate that player with positive words and not negative ones? Can you say, hey, give me push-ups. Don't drop that ball. Don't throw that interception, because I know the next time you're going to throw that touchdown. Where are those guys at? Instead, those that speak positive, we are considered delusional. Instead, those that speak life into things, we are considered crazy. Instead, those who spend time and give us the unbelievable information for the nation, we are considered Kool-Aid drinkers. What happened, y'all? What's going on? If there's one thing a man should always do, it's mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone. Raised voices turn those hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother, I'll ride with brother, roll with brother. The morals of life, live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take the decent man to alter his heart, to seek to rip him apart. Those, man, you should never call a friend, because they bend their lives around the truth to meet their end. Cowboy Nation, stand tall. Don't fold up. The battle is still battling, but the war is far from being over. There will be many, many people to spit upon you, to rip you apart, to say you ain't this and not that. But I'm going to tell you, through the triple darkness and the heat of the realities of life, diamonds are made in you. Golds and rubies are made out of you. Let's go. Continue to shine, baby. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours.
Let's go, man! Let's go!
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Come on, baby. Come on, let's get me some of this, guy.
Don't give up the fight. Everything will be all right on any given Sunday. Yeah, depend on you. If you win or lose, you know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday. Yeah.
Give me my theme music.
I just wanna run it up. Can we check or something? I've been really in the field, let up, yeah. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change to the seats, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T-Mac, I'm with Revan now. I'm with Ray, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just write what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, there's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
It's an evil world we live in.
Deals, I make the deal, have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Original, they never will be.
Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah, I want me some royal. I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and codes. Yeah. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone. Yeah. I've been really in the field. Love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Stop! Leave! Come back! Leave!
Now, so
Lately,
the cocaine
I just wanna run it
when
up.
does that crack come into play for you?
Get your damn act together. Don't like your
Lately, I just wanna run
This is where we hold them! This is where we fight!
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.